Hi everyone, welcome back to Carrie Kirby Creates. Today I'm going to be making a birthday card. Going to be using this beautiful butterfly die and also a rectangular one that I have in my stash. This one is by lifescraftart.com and I'll have a discount code which I will link below in the description box along with the item. I'm going to be using a 5x7 pre-cut and scored card base and this lovely white smooth 300 GSM cardstock, which I'm going to first of all cut out this. I'm just going to run this through my die cutting machine. So I have done that, and the next thing I want to do is come along with this beautiful die and just line it up like that, and also go ahead and run that through my die cut machine. So there we go, and that cut out very easily, practically just fell out of the cardstock in fact. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to work on the card base. This is going to be layered on top, but underneath I want to pop down some colour. And I've decided that it might be an easier way to come along and just cut out a second one of these rectangular pieces, the same size as the first, and I'm going to work on that. So I'm going to be using some distress inks. And I've got Spice Marmalade, Crackling Campfire, Squeeze Lemonade and Broken China. And I want to come and just pop down my glass mat. And this just to put, you know, the inks down on so that they don't move. And I've just popped and got some brushes there for it. Now I want to pop my inks down on this cardstock. So I'm going to start with the Crackling Campfire. Just want to ink that up. And where is my, just as a guide, I want the, I want the inks to go underneath, so let's just pop that down. Next, I'm going for the spiced marmalade. Squeeze lemonade. And last, let's just see. Yeah, just over here, I'm going to pop down some of that broken china. And I think that those colours work really nicely together. Just blend back over that again. Just check that I have all the little holes filled in. I just want to come back, pop a bit more of that out there. And I think that that looks quite well. Just popping the lids back on here. This one, the Crackling Campfire, and I had ink on my hand, and as a result I've gotten some of the squeeze lemonade on that, but as they say, there's never a mistake. Because of that, I'm going to come in and I'm going to actually ink this up. And I think it'll be quite nice anyway. So that was the squeezed lemonade. I'm coming in next with my spiced marmalade. Just starting out here at the side, working my way over. And I'm kind of coordinating it so that the colours are different from the ones behind, if you know what I mean. So that the colours behind will kind of stand out that bit more. Just going back over to blend the colours in with each other. And that's a nice transition. And let's see, I think next is the Crackling campfire. I love this colour. I think it must be one of my favourite ones, even though, if I'm honest, I'm not a red person. I never really wear red very much. But I don't know, just that particular ink I think is beautiful. Where am I with my... Yeah, it's this one. Just go back over that there again. Get a good blend. So finally, I'm coming in with my broken china. And let's just pop that up on the top. And I don't want to go down too far with that. So let's just come back in there and blend up rather than blending down. Yeah, the transition of those two colours together are fantastic in hindsight, but I wanted to put a different colour underneath, if you know what I mean. But look, we'll make it work. Yeah, loving the yellow. Just going back in with another bit of that. Whoops, Crackling campfire. Just to get the blend the way that I want it. Yeah. That's quite nice. So, just clean up a bit now here. Pop the lids back on so that they'll be good for the next use. And there we are. Cleaning off my hands as well so that I don't make any more mistakes. Now I don't want to pop this straight down on top of that. I want it propped up a little bit. So I'm going to come in and use some double-sided foam tape. Just making sure that that's dry because sorry about that. Just something fell off my desk. I'm making sure that this is dry because obviously this is distress oxide inks and it will react with any water. So just popping that down. bit for here. Christmas is getting close. I started my decorations last weekend, so I have a lot of it done now. I love it when they go up first and everything just looks lovely with the lights and everything. Have you started decorating yet, or do you leave it for later? Years ago I used to leave it a lot later than this, but I just find, I don't know, a lot of work goes into it. Just feel, why not get the use out of it, you know, before you have to take it down again. And I must say, I'm always looking forward to taking it down also, because you kind of can't clean things properly when it's up. But it's lovely and cozy in the evening to sit down, watch a bit of TV with the tree and the garlands and what have you. Now, let's just come along here. And I just want to line that up properly. So there we go. Oh, that was a bit silly out of me. Because originally I had decided that I was going to use this lovely verse from the same company. They sent these products to me for free. Picked them out myself. But I wanted to use this little verse, "May your birthday be filled with the warm sunshine of love and the bright rainbow colours of laughter." So the colours behind were the rainbow colours. And this was meant to be white. Now it doesn't matter, I can still stamp on the colour, but I wish I hadn't popped it onto the background already. But there is actually some of the foam tape behind that, so I'm going to give it a go and see if it doesn't work, I'll just have to redo it. And I'll also have the stamps below in the description box. There's some nice sentiments there. Friends, such a simple word for one of the great necessities of life. Thinking of you, you're on my mind today. So I thought I'd send a hug your way. There's some lovely verses there, so they will be well used. Now, I think I'm going to use my stamping platform for this. So just popping that down here. Move that out of the way for now. Let's just come, and I think I'm going to use a bit of the Scotch tape for this rather than the magnets, because it's a double layer. I don't think the magnets would do much good there. So yeah, it doesn't matter where I put it then if I'm using that on the back. So let's just pop that down there. Come in with my little sentiment stamp. Just place it where I want it. Yeah, I think that'll be good. I got it straight. I think so. Just using the lines on this to see if the words are straight, and they are. So I'm going to use my Versafine Clair in the Nocturne. It's that lovely black. Let's just come and ink that up, and at least with the stamping platform I'll get to do it a couple of times if need be. Just going to move them out of the way. And I'm not pressing too hard because I don't want to distort the words. It's all perfect except for the of laughter. So let's see what we can do with that. Obviously, there's a piece in there where there isn't any of the double-sided foam tape. So let me see. I will see what I can do for that now. I'm just going to come in with this if I can. So I'm going to try with this one, and I'm going to bring it in from under here. Now, I really hope that that hasn't moved, but that might just bring it up a little piece. So let's try. Yeah. Don't think that that's going to do any good either. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in underneath altogether and just leave that there and just see. Yeah, I'm ruining it, aren't I? So I was going to discard this and just start again. And I've cut out another piece the same. But what I decided that I'm going to do, because this is what happens in card making, in fairness, and we've all gone through it, I'm going to see if I can just remove the front panel and just do the front panel again. So let's see, just keep the background. And the good thing about this is where the double-sided foam tape is and where it's going to tear is not where the little, you know, where the little, the butterflies, it's not where the butterflies are going to be seen. So I think it should be okay. Let's just leave that there. And I can come back in with them, look, and just do that to finish that off a bit. You won't see that anyway, because obviously if the double-sided foam tape was there, then that's not where it's being used. Now, it's important this time that I get it right. So bear with me. I want to just come in now and I want to make sure I place the little die back down in the same place, roughly, that I had it in. You know, I mean, it doesn't have to be exact, but yeah, I would want it near enough in the same place, and I think that that looks about right. So I'm going to go back and run that through my Gemini machine. And this time I've made sure that my hands are clean, so I may just stick to my original idea. Let's pop those little butterflies out. And where's my little pokey tool? Or I can just use one of these. Just pop out the little circles. Cuts out very nice, that die. Let's just see. Okay, this piece will be in the way. Easy enough to come and remove that. And come back in with the blue. Just pop it down there. There we go. Making sure that I'm cleaning my hands again now as I go. And yet that's going to be fine. So my original idea with this, and I'm coming back in with the stamping platform. So I'm going to come along with the sorry, my brain isn't working right today. The stamping platform. And I'm going to use that same piece of tape that I had on the back of the other card. Let me just find it here, not to be wasting it. Let's just pop that down there. This was my original idea anyway, and that's my stamp. I have cleaned it. So let's just pop that. I think it will fit nicely there. Yep. Just making sure that it's straight on the lines, and it is. So we'll ink that up with the Versafine Clair in the Nocturne. We'll just give it a couple of goes. Beautiful. And yes, that's absolutely perfect. Very pleased with that. So let's just remove that. I'm going to leave that in there actually, and I'm just popping this out of the way. And where is my back panel is what I'm looking for. Here it is. And it's that way. Look again, I don't know where that has came from. It must have been on the stamping platform. I've got a bit of blue. But I was anyway. I was going to come back in with a couple of those butterflies. That's why I was keeping them. Let's just see. Maybe I could use either way. No, it needs to be that way. So I just need to come and use some more of the double-sided foam tape. So that'll be that part. So want to pop a bit in the middle. Just there. Bit along the top. Need to clean my scissors again. And just a piece down here, I think. Well, let's see, I could put two. Maybe place one there. And yeah. And maybe just one more small piece up there, just to balance it. There we go. So remove the backing. And I hope you don't mind me leaving in the mistake that I made. It's not that I always make mistakes, but it does happen, and I guess it's good to see, isn't it? Well, I think I appreciate seeing that everybody isn't perfect, myself, so there we go. I think I could have done with a little bit more for in there, which I can do. Let's just pop that in. Yeah, it'll interfere with the... Just remove the backing. I don't want there to be a hollow, if you know what I mean, in it. I don't want to fill in the little holes either. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. So, what I was going to do with these little butterflies, got the word that time, is I want to come, let's see, just want to pop them there and turn them the correct way, and just want to come pop a bit of the Oxide ink down on them. Because you can't really see any of the beautiful yellow behind, it kind of got lost, wasn't in the right place. I'm going to do a lot of them yellow. And maybe that beautiful spice marmalade. And I've just got one more. Let's see. Maybe just a dollop of that Crackling campfire can go down on that one. There we go. How lovely is that? I'm going to actually just come in on the edge there with that. Why not have a couple of little variations? There we go. Happy with that now, so that they're not all the same. Just move these to the side and just clean this off. And this is the part of the card making that I love. You know, just getting a bit creative and having a bit of fun. It's nice. So, just making sure that that is dry, and I want to come back in with my card base and find a correct positioning for that. So I'm going to pop some of this wide double-sided tape down on the back of that. Just release the back. Weather here is manic. I don't know. One day it's freezing cold with ice and snow. The next day temperatures are in the teens and it's just dull and raining. So literally we have 4 seasons in 1 week at the moment. Just doesn't know what to do with itself. But I guess it is the winter here, and I do live in Ireland, so I don't know what I would expect. Now, there we are. So next I want to come in and just use up these little butterflies. So obviously I'm going to pop on over that little bit of blue there. Just pop a tiny bit of that there, and there we are. That covers that up nicely. Oh, let's see. Another little guy, and I think he could go there. And I'm doing it kind of in the same direction as the other ones. Just creates a bit of interest, I guess. And it's a nice way of using the negative pieces that came out instead of just throwing them in the bin. Because you could keep them and use them on another project. That's way too much there now. That's better. Let's just, down there. And another yellow. I think I'm going to pop you there. Let's take that piece that I wiped off. And I'm going to use a small little guy. I think he could go in there. Let's see. And I just have one more, which I don't know, if I'm honest. I don't think I'm going to use that one. Maybe one fell off down here. What do you think? No, I think I'm going to leave. I'm happy with it the way that it is. So there we go. That's my finished card. And I'm very pleased with how that turned out. And I'm kind of glad I made the mistake. That's the mistake piece. It would have been beautiful as well if it had been done properly. So in hindsight, I might do another one and obviously stamp this part before I put the backing on. But that was what I wanted and I'm very pleased with that. I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you have, please like and subscribe. And as always, thank you so much. Hope you have a wonderful weekend.